Now the first thing you're going to do on your picture is I want you to find where the different values are. And you're going to draw in the value sections. You're just looking for big shapes. Don't say, hey, I'm drawing a forehead. You just follow in wherever the value goes. And you can see the shapes as you go. Now in this project, it is super important that you draw big. If you don't draw big, you're going to have a big problem getting your fingerprints into all these little places. If you mess up something, no big deal. Go back, fix.
Are we drawing as big as Chuck Close?
No.
What?
Now, don't draw in every eyelash. It's just a big shape. So when you see these, don't be like, oh, eyelash number 1, eyelash number 7. Just draw in the big shape, and we'll get the idea. Now, because of where she's looking, she's actually giving us quite an interesting expression. No mugshot here, people. But even if it looks funny, I want you to go through and draw in anywhere where you see a value change. So you see a slight one up on the forehead. You see one under this eye. You see that there's a light spot that comes around the nose. And you see there's a really dark one that goes on the outside of the nose. Now, in this, it's really important you stop remembering, hey, I know what a mouth looks like. I think I'll just draw a mouth. You have to look at the picture or it won't ever look right. Remember, eyes need to be across from each other. Nose needs to be at the same angle. See, these aren't straight, but they are still across from each other, which is definitely important in the long run. So you keep drawing in all the big shapes. Now notice that her whole head fills the page. I don't care if this is on there. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not drawing in strands of hair. I'm drawing in the shape of the hair. So there we just have the outlines of shapes, and now we're ready to ink. Now I recommend inking a dark area first. That way your finger gets used to it and you know how much to put down. See, if you would have gone in with a light area, that would have been too juicy. So get your dark areas put in till you have an idea of how it feels, and then you can start working towards the lighter areas. Now if you have a darker area that flows into light areas, don't keep re-inking your finger every time. You can make it flow naturally, almost like a value scale, just by how you use your finger. Notice I'm not using all my fingers or anything else. One finger, press. Now I'm also not pressing hard enough to like push through the table. I'm just pressing lightly. For the edge areas, you can go ahead and use the side of your finger. Now this is not going to be as precise as pencil. That's fine. We know it's not precise. It's fingerprints.
And do we see why we wanted to draw really big too?
Imagine sticking your fingerprint in a little tiny eyelash. It wouldn't work. Now with this, you're going to want to make sure to keep your darkest dark and don't fingerprint your light areas. I see that all the time when kids will fingerprint where they're not supposed to. They just get so caught up in the moment. And then they don't have any lightest light left. So make sure you know where your lightest light is. As you can see, I'm doing all my darkest dark first. So I know exactly where to go. I got darkest dark nostril down there, like right around the side of the mouth is dark. The edge of this nose, darkest dark. Now you'll come back in just a minute and I'll be able to show you a little bit more of the progress. See, I'm just putting the very finishing touches on the piece, Now you want to make sure, because once you put those fingerprints down, there's no going back. So you want to make sure that you have smooth transitions everywhere, that you had careful craftsmanship, that you did something in the background, and that you worked to make sure that your picture flowed seamlessly.